Hey guys, Ajax here, back here with another episode of Yokai Watch Jam Y Academy. Last time we met our main characters, Jiba Jinpei, who is the reincarnation of Jibanyan, Koma Sandayu, who is the reincarnation of Koma, and we also met our onion-headed buddy, Maturo, who can sometimes see in the future, and we also fought Bakera, a couple bullies, and all that. But last time, we left off on Nurse Enra actually telling us to meet her in the, nurse's office, which is downstairs down here. Only Koma and Jinpei were invited. I wonder why that is. I do, of course, know, but you guys are gonna find out eventually anyway. Yes, Matro was not he wasn't invited. No onion heads allowed. Alright, so let's talk to Enra and get this episode rolling. I said no onion heads allowed. Why are you there, Matro?
なぜここに呼ばれたのかわかる？それは、禁断の個人授業を YSP 基準合格ってどういうことなのか
Now,
考えたことはなかった？
sorry, I thought she was done speaking, but Enra just asked, do they know what YSP stands for? I wonder what it means. We shall find out in like maybe 2 minutes.
やばいくらい素敵なパーソン
Oh yes, YOLO swag person. That's definitely it. We covered this last time actually. Oh man. Yokai special power.
YSP 基準とは霊的妖怪、もののけといった霊的な存在に触れ操る力を持つ。つまり妖怪スペシャルパワーの持ち主ってこと。
Yep, Yokai special power. That is what YSP stands for. Now, I'll actually tell you about it. YSP is Yokai special power. It allows certain individuals to see yokai as well as fight them. And Jinpei and Koma were both born with YSP at birth. They don't explain this in the game, but in the anime, episode 1, it explains how Koma and Jinpei became friends in elementary school, and they actually end up fighting a monster with their YSP power. And Enra happened to be walking by and noticed that they were using the YSP power, so she submitted 2 applications of them getting into Y Academy, and that's why they are in the YSP category. So yeah, just like I said, I'm gonna try to explain the lore to you as much as I can. And here's the YSP Watch. That is one sick looking watch. Alright, so basically, we need this watch to be able to use our yokai special power more effectively, but which we will be getting into that in maybe like, I don't know, a little bit. We'll find out. And we also get the earpiece. This is Jinpei's signature earpiece he's seen wearing in most of his artwork. It actually lets him hear Enra Sensei when she's talking to him. And Matsuro just revealed himself. Now, this is much different because in the movie, when he was over listening, after Enra explained the entire thing, she said, oh yeah, by the way, the person that was standing by the door listening the entire time, you could help out too. So yeah, it's much funnier in the anime because she's like, oh, I knew you were there, I just didn't say anything. But now, he revealed himself. And now that he knows, he has to get involved. Yes, Maturo joins you, but he won't be of much help. I can promise you that.
Hello, Y2. チャンネル登録&高評価よろしく
Yes.
そのチャンネルじゃないよチャンネルというのはね
Alright, so with the YSP watch, you just press on the R button, and you can see the yokai, or ghost, whatever you want to call them, in the open world. You can also just press A after you see them to engage in combat. Give them the hands real quick if you want. Oh yeah.
まずは音量を探しに行く前に
Alrighty, so that is that. So before I continue the story, well, you actually can't anyway. So what you need to do if you are playing at home, what you need to do is you need to open up Jinpei's stuff right here. It says he has his gloves equipped and all that. You just press this and equipped Bakera, and boom, Bakera's metal is now usable. But it's random how it works in this game. Whenever yokai pop up, it's very random. Like out of nowhere, they can just pop up, attack for a little bit, then disappear, and then yeah, that's basically it. So you don't get to choose when they come out or whatever. But yeah, press the R button, and we can see a yokai right here, and you just fight. As you can see, Matro cowers in fear and runs away when you guys are fighting. So yeah, like I said, he won't be of any use. Alright, talk to Anro. Okay, that is weird. They still have Jinpei's dialogue in the background. They had Jinpei's dialogue in the background plus this, so it was overlapping. I just realized how close I am to Anro right now. Alright, so there's these little things right here. What you do is you talk to the little guys over there, and they actually break the level cap, but you need to beat a certain amount of enemies in an area to do it. But now that we're done with that, we actually need to make our way to the dormitory. Yes, this middle school has a dormitory. Now that's pretty dope. I wish my middle school had a dormitory. I mean, I don't know that I'd be staying in it, but at least it'd be cool to have. But yeah, alright, so we are now open to the entire school if we want to free roam. Press this to make the map bigger. It is pretty freaking big. And if you just want to look at the map, here is the school. It's that big. All this stuff. And every bit of it's going to be covered in this gameplay, I assure you. But yeah, just to give you like a whole thing of how big Y Academy is, it has its own city called Gakuen City, which is just a giant city plus the school, plus like there's over like 300 clubs in this entire school, by the way. So yeah, this school has a lot going for it, actually. I'd actually like to attend here if I could, get the YSP Watch and do some cool stuff. But anyway, we're gonna make our way to the dormitory. You can also talk to people that give you thumbs up. Thumbs up do play a big part in this game. I won't explain how, but eventually it will be explained. Move this way, move this way. Just talk to all these people. Cool. They're like, look, it's Jibba Jinpei. Like, dude just made it to the school today. But yeah, anyways, let's talk to Uzumi Sensei. He runs the dorm. And yeah, we just talked to him when we want to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm having to skip. I didn't mean to rush through the dialogue. He isn't saying much anyway. Plus it's overlapping again, like it was a moment ago. And yep. But that's so dope. Each student gets their own dorm room. That's awesome. No sharing, no nothing. That is dope. But yeah, these are the first year dorms at least. And yes, Jinpei, Koma, and Matsu are all first year students. So basically, if you want a translation in English, basically a 6th grader. I'm not sure what they're saying here, but it's not really important. They're just having a little conversation here. Like I said, the game adds some dialogue that the movie or show did not have. Oh yeah, I know I mentioned this, I think I mentioned it last video, but the first couple chapters of this game are fully voice acted and whatnot, because it is, the first couple chapters are actually, the first couple chapters are the first Yokai Watch Jam movie, and then it's weird. It's hard to explain. So, Yokai Watch Jam was a movie. That's how that's how they introduced it to you. and the first couple chapters of this game take place as the movie, and then after that point, it'll just be the episodes in episodic order. So yeah, just had to get that out. That's why it's fully voice acted for right now. And Junpei just falls asleep standing up. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, this game is voice acted a lot, but like sometimes they might just make noises like, yeah, you just talk like some games do. But whatever, Jiba Junpei fell asleep standing up. Alright, 10 minutes in, not bad. But I'm not ending the episode at like 20 minutes today. I actually have I know what's happening next, and I really want to play that part of the story. Because like I said, I'm going to clear this entire game, and I'm going to show off all the coolest stuff I can show off. Alright, so these guys are ready to take on the day. Get to class in time. So most you can see most of this runtime is just dialogue, but and Junpei's talking about Enra again. Alright, so I can tell you what this is. Basically this is a school/RPG game, or so the back of the box says. Basically there's a school system. You actually have to get to school within a certain amount of time in the morning. It's actually, you have between the time frame of 7 to 8 o'clock. If you are late, you can lose thumbs up. And thumbs up, like I said, play a major part in this game. And yeah. Alright, let's get moving. Also in the morning, people say good morning to you and give you thumbs up. So yeah, and the timer goes up every 7 seconds. So 7 real life seconds equals 1 in-game second. So keep that in mind. That's why the days go by pretty quickly compared to real life, of course. Alrighty. Made it to school. Alright, and we got 97 thumbs up, giving us a total in the corner of 308. So yeah, we made it to school on time. I mean, of course, there's not much else to do when you first start the game, so you kind of just go to school. But yeah, more will happen as we continue this gameplay. I'm really excited because this game is action-packed and awesome. They're just chilling after class. Alright, hold on. I think he's... Okay, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to explain what FST is, which is basically freestyle time. Like the school's broken up into different time sections. Yeah, so FST is freestyle time, which is basically free time. So... And Junpei raps about what he thinks. So every time there's an abbreviation, I guess Junpei's gonna bust out a hot rap, isn't he? But yes, yeah, freestyle time. Basically, after school, you do whatever you want. Till of course, the curfew when it will force you to get back home is actually 8 o'clock. So 8 to get to school and 8 to get to bed. So you can talk to people, do missions, fight yokai, whatever you want. And we're getting a transmission from Enra. She needs us down in the nurse's office immediately. Oh my goodness, Junpei has a crush on the nurse. I mean, I already established that, but I just have to, you really have to say it out loud and think. Junpei has a crush on the school nurse. But yeah, they were just basically explaining the whole thing. So, I'm gonna show off another thing real quick. You can just wait for that meter to fill up or press A, and you can interact in little conversations here. Like, for example, that kid is getting bullied. Let's just take down this bully real quick, and then make our merry way. Oh, by the way, if you want to, you can switch to coma. just that is the option if you don't feel like playing as Jinpei. But I like playing as Jinpei because he's my favorite. Plus his playstyle's there. Oh yeah, and look, like I said, Bakira will randomly spawn. Oh well, he didn't do much, but he spawned. So yeah. Oh yeah, they're talking about how they summoned him. Again, you have no control over that, so it just randomly happens. Alright, talk to Anra. What does she have to say to us? It must be really important for if that giant Y is appearing across the screen again. Oh yeah, she says she has a test for us. But it's not just any test. We have to stop a delinquent. Alright. Alright, here is our boy. So, alright, so he is a delinquent. This guy right here is the delinquent who doesn't have to raise a fist to take care of thugs or bullies. As you can see, these dudes are getting flipped off the ground with him not even have to touch him. Now he must be pretty intimidating if he can do that. So our test basically is to go teach this guy a little discipline. Teach you that you can't just fling your fellow classmates around. And Jinpei's basically saying we'll do whatever it takes. And Matro's like, wow, he sounds like an actual hero. Matro's over here fanboying. But yeah, so basically this is going to be the premise of this episode. We're going to have to go stop this delinquent. Alright, and she gave us some food. Of course, she didn't give them food in the anime. This is just here to explain another innuendo to you. Or what have you. It's just another... Yeah, it's just another gimmick. It's just, you're allowed to use food in battle to heal you. That's all it's for, like... There's nothing special about it. You just eat to heal up. That's all it is. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, food, HP, all that. There's different type of foods. Some heal more than others. Some have effects. All kinds of good stuff. Alrighty, let's get this done. So, like I said, I'm not ending the episode till we handle this delinquent right here. But before we continue, let's get this. Alright, so Enra, we talked to her to start the mission up. Again, I'm really up in her close personal space like this. Anyway, let us begin the mission. It showed me the difficulty at the top right of the little thingy. It showed one lightning bolt, meaning it's relatively easy for right now. But yeah, it's explaining the action dance poses and all that, and the thumbs up, how they affect you in battle. Alright, so let's just take these thugs down and go take down this delinquent. Alright, let's take these guys down. Alright, so look at the map. We got a couple more to go. But yeah, none that Jinpei can't handle. He's already in the gloves. Might as well start throwing a couple licks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is a shining battle action. If I remember correctly. Basically, during the battle, you keep doing really good during battle. It increases your speed and your attack. Yeah, I know what it does and all that. Yeah, it's a shining battle action. I think that's what it's called at least, but I think it was the Shining Battle action, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, basically in short, it boosts your attack and speed if you're on a roll of like dance moves and stuff like that. Alright, so let's continue. Alright. So it wore off because yeah, you got to keep like kind of a chain going if you want to keep it there. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm following the green arrow. Okay, so let's just pummel these guys. Pummel them real quick. Oh crap. We're not finna lose to these guys because, of course, like I said, we have healing items right there. You just press right on the D-pad. And Jinpei's like delicious. Alright, gotta make our way over there. Alright, so I think it showed like their special skill. So as well as dance moves, there's these other things. I think they're just called dance skills or something like that. I'm just gonna call them that. Basically they have different effects in battle. Like some can charge up certain meters and junk, and I don't want to spoil too much because we're really like literally about maybe less than 5 minutes. We're about to get all the answers. They're not gonna explain it directly, but I can pretty much explain it for you if you're playing the game at home. Or you can always translate or read the help section if I'm not giving you a good enough answer. Alright. Alright, let's get moving. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, we're, Jinpei has a giant disco ball above his head, and he's squaring up. Oh, we're getting over here. PE. Physical education, I assume. And I hope it doesn't mean anything else. Like poopy eggs or something. Anyway, let's make our way down here. As you can see, this part of the school is really tore up. And let's open the door. P.L. Louis Cancer. Okay, whatever that means. I hope it doesn't mean anything offensive, and it's a Japanese type thing. And here he is. This is Raido Mera. He is the he's the thug who can beat people up without raising his hands. But of course, there's a reason for that. As you can see, that guy next to him, that's Shishiguro, who is basically his little yokai buddy. And yeah, since most people can't see, like I said, YSP allows them to see yokai, and since normal students and junk don't have that, basically Shishiguro, his little buddy over there, has been beating these guys up, so it makes the illusion that he's able to fight with his hands in his pockets, basically. And of course, Mataro over here, again he's saying, oh, Jinpei's being a hero, because Jinpei does not stand for any injustices of the sorts. When they bring this into account, you really see how big Jinpei's head is. But as you can see the different uniform colors. Like I said, each one means something different. As you can see, Mataro's is green for scholarship. Jinpei and Koma's are red for YSP. And Mera and Shishiguro's even a student. He's just wearing that. It's orange for sports. So basically, to put it quite shortly, they're just trying to throw hands. And he's like, you want to fight, you got one, basically. Let's throw down. You see Jinpei and Koba get into fighting position. Let's throw down. Oh, man, I'm excited. Let's get it. If you want to, you could say this is the first boss of the game. Actually, no, second, because I fought Bakura already. Lit. Alright, so it's explained you can switch if you want. I already said you could do that, but if you didn't do it up to this point and you didn't know, it tells you. You can see his health bar depleting at the top. Also, you can hold down L if you want to switch directly, but you only have 2 characters, so you might as well just press that. You can hear me button mashing over here. And you hold down R if you had a different weapon or something, but I don't. I mean, if I want, I could put these gloves away and fight bare fist like this, bro. No, put these gloves on. I mean, it is a 2-on-1. No wonder he's getting pieced up. Uh-oh. We're not done yet. Phase 2. Phase 2. Alrighty. It's getting interesting. Well, obviously, he has YSP power. I mean, I thought it was fairly obvious, but if you need any more... Yes. Mera has, he has YSP power. Alright, he's asking for Shishiguro to help him out in battle real quick. Jinpa's like, hey, what's the deal? Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, I think Koma just figured out, wait a minute, he's the reason that he can fight students without raising his hand. Yeah, so basically, he's the only reason Mera's been winning all these... I mean, Mera can still fight without Shishiguro, but he's able to fight without lifting a finger with Shishiguro. So yeah, he just explained that he's been using him. Uh-oh, but there's more guys, hold up. Enra says it's time to henshin, which means transform. Use the YSP Watch and he has to use the YSP Watch to transform. Yo, it's getting exciting, guys. We're getting into the grit. Let's do it. Bakera. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I'm so hyped. Benimaru just said, my skin may be red, but your blood will stain an even deeper shade. And those two are still chibi, because why? And yes, meet the first yokai hero, Kengo Benimaru. He is a transformation of both Bakera and Jinpei fused together. Now we got some real firepower. You want to be the invisible thug? Alright, cool. Let's do it. So, we can just attack like so. I want to focus on taking down Shishiguro first. Alright, so let's use Crimson. Okay, yeah, so it's explaining yokai heroes. You hold down R to do different attacks. Yeah, you can stun enemies, all that. And let's use Crimson Slash. Crimson Slash. And we got Shishiguro. I mean, that wasn't too hard because we got the yokai hero right here. Alright. And if you see Bakera's in the background, yeah, he's not supposed to be here canonically. Whenever Jinpei and Bakera fused into Benimaru, he's not able to leave that form unless they unfuse, basically. So, the fact that Bakera was there is not even possible. Well, let's just pretend for a second. And we took down the invisible thug, Raido Mera. And let's dance on him real quick. Mission complete. That was awesome. Every time I play that scene, it just gets cooler each time. This is my third time playing it because this is my third gameplay, but yeah. Is it going to continue? Okay, sheesh, I was wondering. I thought the game crashed. But yes, mission complete. That was awesome. So yeah, I told you this episode was going to be pretty action-packed. But if I didn't, now you know. That was awesome. Now, Now, I'm going to tell you a little something. The fight in the anime was much funnier than this. It was much funnier than this. I'm not going to explain what happens, but if you go watch the Y Academy movie, you'll have all your answers. It's hilarious. Oh no, Benimaru was in the fight, but then stuff happened. Oh yeah, by the way, Mera is in the school mafia. He doesn't own it, but he plays a part in it. And as a part of the mafia, I guess basically they have to cause trouble, and that's why he's been whipped. Basically gang fights. And Jinpei's crying from his backstory. From my understanding, Mera is if I remember correctly, it's all. Dang it, I'm not too sure. I'm trying to remember what his story was. Basically, I guess he felt he had no choice but to be in there. I apologize, I'm not too sure, but because they didn't really in the anime, it was much different. He became his buddy after that. So Jinpei's like, even though he just tried to kill us, basically, let's be buddies. And he called him Aniki, which just means big bro in Japanese. And Shishigiro's calling Jinpei Aniki too. And yes, that is, well, okay, it's not over yet, but that's pretty much it. And yes, he is leaving the school mafia to hang out with the boys. Alright. So yeah, basically he'll be joining the boys over here. And Mera's now part of the squad. And yeah. So that's really cool of Jinpei. Even though the dude tried to kill us and beat us within an inch of our life, we could still be buddies with him. And these two dudes are like, okay, that happened. Jinpei seems to be a very forgiving fellow. And yes, if I'm not mistaken, that should be the end of this the first chapter of the game. And that should also be the end of this episode. Let's save. Yep, and that is the end of this episode. It was a action-packed one. I will see you guys in the next one.